Making a mark. Stains keep me up at night. It's true. I have a tendency to obsess over stains on rugs, clothes, bedding, or anywhere else. There's a wine stain on our butcher block countertop that only I can see. I've spent the last 9 years trying to discover new ways of eradicating it. One day I'll just strip and refinish the whole lot. That'll do it. Most of the time, a stain is something to remove or clean. But in a positive sense, we can call a stain a mark. Everyone thinks about making a mark on the world, and some of us leave negative marks or stains. So let's just say that a mark is positive and a stain is negative, depending on the outcome and most of all, the perspective. The mind inside of me is always thinking, and today I realized I'm not much for personal legacy, but I'm always, even from childhood, considering my impact on the world around me. I reevaluated some goals recently that some of you may have seen on the YouTube channel. Check it out if you want to peek inside my insanity. Today, I've put some action to these goals with other thoughts, the 3 M's of leaving a mark. They are move, motivate, and meet. Not in that order. Move, meet, and motivate. These 3 things are not all-inclusive set of actions that will give me what I want, but they are my way of organizing my life. And for those who know me, you understand this came to me in a nanosecond. I am a living, breathing alliteration factory. Move. This means that I want to enter this phase of my life actively, being active. So I am going to rekindle my passions for martial arts and biking, strength training, shooting sports, calisthenics, and swimming. I find that when I engage my body, that my mind seems to be alive and focused. That is why I nearly always take calls and walk during those calls. I've recently added a pedal under my desk. Not only is moving good for the body and the mind, but it is also good for establishing good connections for creativity, for spiritual growth, meditation, and prayer. There's something to be said about doing that keeps doing. There's something to be said about doing that keeps our mind free to truly be in the moment. Even when I read the New Testament letters, I see this practice revealed. Meet. I've never been a stranger to strangers. I love meeting new people and lately have been more isolated than normal. So part of the life I desire to live requires being actively involved to a degree with other people. But this part requires me to prioritize and put first things first. So in the relationship portion of meet, I put my marriage as the top priority over every other relationship. This is key. If my marriage falls cold, everything else follows. Second, my children, all 5 of them and soon to be 2 grandkids. And the 2 sons-in-law are a major priority. And while they are not the top priority, they are just as important and often require more time than the relationship with my wife. And that definitely requires more time than she and I have for each other. But that's okay. We enjoy the adult side of parenting together. Then comes my relatives, my spiritual family, my community, those who depend on me in advocacy, and anyone else that comes along as my neighbor. I have an obligation to them, but never at the cost of the first 2. I will write more about these relationships in time. Finally, motivate. I have little time for leisure. I've tried it. It doesn't suit me at all. I honestly don't care for doing nothing, and I find that it causes me stress. Yes, I take time out, and I love being alone to write, think, and enjoy some of my more creative interests, but I need to be actively working toward a goal most of the time. So motivation includes me and those around me toward a goal or a desire. I find that most people are stagnant because they're not encouraged, guided, shepherded, and loved. It's true, and it's amazing to me that so many religious people are bitter, lonely, and hard to be around when they claim to have the ultimate joy. I think it's more important to encourage and motivate other people in life beyond all other interactions or investments available. In other words, just doing something for the sake of doing it is not very motivating. Time together is always time for encouragement. Now, don't hear what I'm not saying. Like I said, this is not exhaustive. Let's say that Robin, my wife, and I are enjoying a nice walk on the beach. We're talking, laughing, enjoying the breeze and each other's company. This is a motivation. This is pressing our intimacy to a deeper level. This causes us to engage with life together. This pursues a goal. The walk is part of the goal. There's much to be learned in this journey and much more to be shared. Take a minute and ask yourself, what would you leave as a mark on the world? And what would really make you glad? Rest well, listen well, and live. Are you listening? Keep in mind, I do these as a one take, so you're going to get the mistakes and all. Have a good day.